Libra, this week, a little bit of reading instructions, a little bit of moving on, and a bit of practicality. Let's see which cards you have. First card out is the Eight of Pentacles. Well, he's reading some instructions, but what are those instructions, Libra? What is it that's going on in your life that you're making changes over? Well, I know, Libra, you're having to make a lot of changes at the moment and embracing lots of new things, but one of those changes is getting a lot more balance and harmony into your life. Why do I say that? Because as some of you may know from my annual prediction, we've got Saturn in Pisces for the best part of this year. We've got it until May, and then it goes back in around about August, back into Pisces. So we've got the school teacher telling Pisceans and the dualities of the signs, Gemini and Libra, that we've got to go in one direction, or that's a fish. For Gemini, you've got to be nice, and for Libra, you've got to stay in balance. And that's what you're reading the instructions on. You've got to stay in balance. And to some degree, with your Eight of Pentacles, it's a bit like staying in balance. If you are receiving Eight Pentacles in, just spend 7, don't spend 9, because it goes out of balance, doesn't it? Try to keep your books balanced this week, Libra. And I don't normally focus on the financial side of life, but I quite like the aspect of keeping your books balanced and not spending out any more than you should do. And Libra, we're in booking holiday season. If you've seen a nice holiday you want to go on for the summer, are you tempted? Because I'd say to you, maybe not this week. Maybe save up a little while longer and, have a look at a later date. But also, our balance is about what we give of ourselves. And have you just started a new job, or is your job a job where you've got to give so much that when you get home on the other side, are you being given to when you get home? Or have you still got to do loads for everybody in your home? And that makes you go really out of balance, doesn't it? So this week, Libra, it is very much about understanding that everything needs to be in balance, that keeping your books balanced, reading the instructions, and the instructions say here, don't spend more than coming in, don't spend more than what's in your bank account, most definitely don't take any credit this week, and keep that harmony going in your life. And why do I say that? And your next card is the Six of Swords, and you can see the light on the back of her ship guiding her towards her future. And traditionally, this card is about Persephone. Who's she? Well, she's a Greek goddess who got taken into the underworld by Hades, and he locked her down in the underworld so she couldn't escape. She had one of those wonderful toxic relationships, and they had children, and she was kept down, hidden away from everybody. He controlled her and did everything bad to her that he could possibly think of. And one day, she and the children managed to escape. They found a boat on the River Styx, and she had to pay the ferryman to cross the River Styx. And so that's where we get the phrase of who pays the ferryman? Well, Persephone paid the ferryman so that she could come out and she could raise her children in the correct way. And the ferryman allowed the boat to go to the other side of the River Styx, and there she lived happy ever after in the light. So this is about coming from something negative into something positive. And again, I've already kind of mentioned coming from a negative into a positive, because everything in life is a minus and it is a positive. Every single action, keeping the books balanced, that's, very much a positive, and possibly a negative where you give out too much. We've got to keep that fine balance. And here it's about getting balance, but also about getting clarity and having our mind balanced. Because if our mind is going, well, I'm going to do this one side on our unconscious mind, which is our heavy creative mind, or I'm going to use my logic, which is, everybody says, I'm ruled by my heart, which is our creative mind, or I'm ruled by my head, which is our logic mind. And don't those two disagree? And then we've got the bad bit in hypnotherapy. We've got the cerebral cortex, which acts as the executive, and that executive has got all our bad bits in it, and that executive goes, I wouldn't do that that if I was you. Well, you know, here we've got all these 6 swords saying, well, I've got this idea, I've got that idea, and I want to go here and I want to go there. But really, we want to bundle all those swords together and come out of the past of doing things in a bad way and being stuck in our thought processes into coming into the light and finding direction with our ideas, our concepts, and what we want to do. And the metaphor of the boat going across the river is again making that adjustment, making that change to make life far better for you. And why do you need to do that, I hear you say? Well, let's see what the next card says. Because the next card is the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, on one level, she's very practical. So she kind of like like to make a budget, and she knows exactly how much she's going to have left at the end of each month, so she can balance her books, so she can put a little bit away for a rainy day, for a holiday, or whatever she wants to do. And this week's emphasis is very much on your Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, followed by your Queen of Pentacles, and your sword stuck in there in the middle is knowing exactly what you want to do to keep your life this week, Libra. And this is the important thing. Now, the Queen and any of the Pentacles are about being practical, and sometimes practicality means boring. It means, oh God, I've got to budget. Personally, I hate the word budget. I really don't like it. I mean, that if any word makes me go and spend, budget does. But anyway, you know, you've got to be practical. You've got to understand exactly what you've got, what you may not be able to get to this week or next week, but maybe in time you can get to it in a few weeks or months' time on a financial level. But this is also about your giving energy, of how much you give of yourself. Bank accounts are always the same as our giving energy, our emotional energy. And it's saying keep your emotional energy in balance this week. Keep your bank account in balance, keep your emotional level in balance, and you will be able to make the changes that you need to make to enable you to move forwards, which is from your Six of Swords, enabling you to move forwards in the direction you so desire. This week, Libra, stay in balance. Allow everything to come to you for as much as what you would like is for as much as gets spent out. If you're liking my content, please pop me a comment. I always love to hear what you've got to say. And on TikTok and YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channels. It means an awful lot to me. And I will see you in next week's videos. Bye!